Good morning. Happy Wednesday. I'm late. Oh well, I tried. Uh, so today I'm just kind of working on two things at once because maybe I'll be more productive. So the two things that I'm working on are both half square triangles, and I'm doing them two different ways. Hi Kim, how are you? So I'm doing them two different ways. I'm doing them the way I always did them, and then trying something new. Hi, Richard Stitcher. How are you? Um, so the two things I'm working on are in the description box, and I'm behind on both of them. Huh. It is what it is, right? So, but they're both half square triangles I'm working on right now. So the festivals and fireworks, I didn't use the paper. I did them the conventional way that I've always done them. Um, okay, you're listening. Thank you for listening. Um, so I use this essential triangle tool. It's from Quiltville, and it's pretty mistake proof, right? Whatever unfinished triangle you want or half square triangle, um, you cut that strip. Say, I want 3.5. I cut a 3.5 inch strip and cut them, and turn it. That's the way I've always done it. And then there's 8 at a time. I've done those too. But I wanted to try the papers. But I didn't try them with the festival and fireworks. I am doing them with Twilight Stars, which is a quilt along with Lisa Bodine and Primitive Gatherings. So she has the papers, right? And I'll show you the quilt too. It's on the floor because my stand is like 12.5. No, maybe a 1.5 wide, so I can't fit a lot on there. So this is a quilt along with her. It's free. I did buy the papers because I wanted to try them. And so this is the quilt. See all the stars? Different stars. And it uses this book, which is her book, which is kind of cool. It's called Triangle Gatherings. And inside is all these different things you can put in the stars, right? So every week she picks two. And you do the two. And I believe it runs a year. Because there's a lot in here. There's how many? I can tell you. The book is there's 100 different blocks. And the book is, I think, around $20, which I find affordable. If I can spend it at McDonald's drive-through, to me, that's affordable. Which is very easy to do nowadays. Isn't it a neat looking book? Now, it has a quilt in it, right? At the end. But you can use these diagrams for whatever size you want, really. They're all half square triangles. So if you say, I want to do 3.5 or 4.5 or 2.5 or whatever, it is a really cool book. And I think it's pretty handy. So I tried my first one using the papers, and they are super cute. And I have it listed in the description box. Hopefully I hyperlinked it right. If I didn't, just search it. But I think I did. Look at these little itty bitty things. Aren't they cute? So that's using the papers, which I think was a lot easier than using the ruler. Probably if you did the 8 at a time or whatever, it would be doable too. But the papers are so much easier. Just sew on the line and cut on the line. I might be a little bit addicted. So, here's the back of it. And you just sew on that line, sew on the dotted line. No, yes. Sew on the dotted line and cut on the solid line. Right? So that's one thing I've been working on with half square triangles. And I'll do one in a few minutes and show you how quick it is. If you have a machine with a thread cutter, it's a little easier. The book is from Primitive Gatherings. It's in the description box, Kim. And it's called Triangle Gatherings. See if I can hold it still. There you go. I just think it's cool. And this is my first time ever using mine. I've never used triangle on a roll, all that. I've always used my strips and that ruler or 8 at a time or whatever, Go check it out. It's right around $20, It's a good book though. It's a cute little book and a lot of ideas from that, You could do a whole sample quilt that way. You could do just one block that way. And it's easy. So what this quilt is doing is it's doing the centers from that book and then obviously making it into a star, right? I don't know. And when you click on the link, you'll see what I'm talking about because it'll bring this up and you can print it out and you can do it whatever size. I'm doing the 8-inch and I'll probably end up with, I don't know, I go big because I don't like my feet hanging out of a quilt. 84, maybe 72, no smaller than that. Just because my feet don't hang out. I don't like that. I don't like to feel like I outgrew it. I had enough of that when I was young. Oh, yeah, they do. They do. They do cross stitch. I love her stuff because it's very primitive, very, she has a lot of Americana. And I'm not using the fat quarters that she's using. She's using something very, well, they're kind of fallish, I would say, not so much Halloween, but fallish, which is going to be beautiful. But I found different ones from her. And I'll show you those two. They're on the floor. Hang on. This is Moda. And I'll tell you what it is in a second. I won't use the white, obviously. The white will get pulled out, but every other color. It's got plums and greens and golds and reds and kind of burnt orange and a dark pink and then a red. I love this one. And it's called, what is it called? Garden Gatherings by Moda. So those are the ones I'm using for that quote. And I'm using the same background. She's using like an orange, and it's a Moda print. She's using an orange, and it's on that page. And I'm using the steel, like a steel gray. Can you see it? Just because it goes better with my fabrics, right? It's more of a neutral than Orange would look kind of weird with, I don't know, pink, right? Although it's so tiny, you won't see much of it unless you look real close. So that's the first thing I'm working on. And in a few minutes, I'll show you guys how quick that is. Amazing. Amazing. Just to do, how many does it do? Depends on the size you're doing, but I'll show you. It's super quick. Hi, Deb. How are you? And then the ruler is great for my stash because a lot of my stash is cut strips, you know, because I'm a script quilter more than anything. So I have like 2, 2.5, 3.5, and 1.5 strips, a lot of strips. So that's usually what I'm working with. I'm a huge Bonnie Hunter fan, so I love her quilts and anything scrap quilt wise. I'm all about it. I'm just reading comments. Hang on. You're headed to a quilt shop at the moment. So I might look and see what they have if they carry her. Yeah, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, Fat Quarter Shop carries her stuff too. I think, if I'm not mistaken, they carry the triangles on a roll. I don't know about the book, but I think the triangles on the roll. I'm not sure, but I thought it started with her. I thought that's what Pat said. I could be wrong. Don't quote me. You just woke up. Good morning, Kim. I'll try not to scream. Wah, wake her up. Okay, so now I will, once I find it, I put it so I wouldn't lose. Oh, it's right here. You know, you put it where you won't lose it, and then you can't find it. It is hot, hot, hot today. Woo! I'm not complaining because it's going to be like 80 here. I think it already is. But I complain in the winter when I'm freezing to death. So it's going to be beautiful here today. So if you see me a little sweaty, that would be why. I can't turn my fan on because it blows everything all over. And I should get a stand-up fan, but that'll do the same thing, right? And the central air, something's wrong with it. I got to have it serviced. And I'm like, well, we're halfway through summer now. Why bother? Right? Because it's almost August. I know. Hi, Sherlock. Hi, Melissa. How are we doing, Melissa? Do I dare ask? How's Wayne doing? Who's better, you or him? Yeah, her name is Linda. I think. Oh, he's better than you. Ugh. Well, I didn't want to hear that. I wanted to hear you both get better together. It is Linda. Woo-hoo! Yay, Melissa. All right. So with these, I'm going to do a green one. We'll see. So you put, right sides together, right? I put the light on the top. I don't know if it matters, but that's what I do. That may be totally wrong. Put that garbage away. Okay. So I'm going to take one of these little babies out here. And this is what they look like. Okay. You see them? And what I'm going to do is line my fabric up because I'm frugal, right? I'm going to line, I only cut my squares 4.5, and they are starched like no tomorrow. Like they could stand up and walk away. Because from here to here is, let me see, 6. Well, Lori, you have a ruler. Oy. Anyway, 6. It's like 4.25. So I cut mine 4.5. I don't want to waste my fabric. I'm kind of greedy that way. So I'm going to put it on the back side. I'm going to turn it around. And I'm going to hold it up to the light. And what I'm checking is that the dotted line right here. Can you see the dotted line? Let me see. Oh, this is better. Do this, Lori. The dotted line, my fabric is covering, right? You probably can't see that, but I can. So I hold it up to the light. Yep, good. And this is little enough that I don't need to pin it. I just kind of hold it. And so I hold it till I get it there. And I just moved it. So, and we're going to start here. So you sew on the dotted lines. I got to turn my stitch length down. Whoops. Just a little bit because you're paper piecing essentially, and it'll rip off better. So I have it like 1.8 because I usually do 2. So we'll go with that. All right. So we're going to sew on the dotted, and a more open foot would be a good idea. And we'll go, I'll just go around, I guess. You can do it however you want. And they're little, so it doesn't take but a New York minute. And my thread is being cranky. I'll show you this in a second. We'll make it okay, so this is 4 seams. Now this one I can do all together. Yay! So I'm going to stop. Get it. If I had a better camera or I was more techie, I would show you what I'm doing, but I'll show you when I'm done. Okay. Almost done. Okay. Yeah, that needle threader is probably a real, or a needle cutter is probably a real good thing to have. You don't need it, but it saves a lot of stop cut, you know. So this is what you end up with. Probably can't, if you can see, I stitched on all the dotted lines. Now the outside I had to stop, right? Probably didn't have to stop, but I did. So there. The inside one, just whoop, 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 whoop. Fun. All right, so I'll show you the other side too. These are much quicker than the other way. Yeah, I love my cutter too. I don't know how I live without it. I did, but so I'm gonna, just for fun, set these seams. Just just give it a quick press. I don't think you have to do that, but no steam in this iron. So now I can trim. I can trim on the solid line, right? So I gotta cut these threads that are making me crazy. The start thread. So where's your? Oh, you don't really need it. Do you need my rotary cutter? So we are going to cut on the solid line. I cut the outside first, just cause I don't know why. It makes more sense to me, but you could probably cut the center one if you wanted. All right, so somebody needs to change their blade. I don't know why I wait so long. I act like they cost $1 million or something. All right, one more side. All right. Of course. So I did all the way around on the solid line, right? Now I'm going to do the solid lines here first, and then those. And then we'll have half square triangles. And they're tiny. And a lot more, for me anyway, a lot more precise than the other way. The other way works, but this just is more, I don't have to do any trimming, which, you know, has its benefits. Okay, so we're going to go across, and then we're going to go, yeah, I need to change this blade bad. Okay, I'll just do 2 because I have more done. So well, I'll do the whole thing to show you how quick it is, because that's not a fair assessment of time. And I'm talking too, which I usually don't. I don't usually talk and sew at the same time. Sing maybe, but not talk. And you don't want me to sing, trust me. I have a shower voice for sure. All right. Okay. I'm not a super fast person with a rotary blade either. Okay. All right. Got them all. Here they all are. Here they all are. See? Okay. Did I lose one? No. All right. And look at them. They're so cute. These are the 1 inch finished. Yes. 1 inch finished. You're so cute. So now I would press them with a paper on. And then all you got to do, see the dog ears? You can trim them with a rotary cutter if you want. But I just use scissors. Just because I don't I don't know why. Maybe, I don't know. I just do. No reason, I guess. However you want to do it. See? Cute, right? I would press them with the paper on too. And then take the paper off. That'd be a good evening activity. Or have the kids do it. That would be perfect. That would be perfect. I'll pay you $2 to do this many triangles. Whatever works. Yeah, I have 2 patterns that are listed in the description box. Melissa, I lost it again. What did I do with it? Oh boy. So I'm doing festival and fireworks. This block. That's with the big ones. These right? And then because I don't want to be bored or I have ADHD when it comes to quilting. I'm doing, this is what the paper is for. This quilt right here. That's the Primitive Gatherings one. And the book, I was talking about the book earlier, but the book is a lot like your cards, that you use, with all the different, all the different layouts of half square triangles. And the quilt along, she just gives you 2 numbers because they're all numbered. And I'm behind. Probably because I have too many irons in the fire. But I don't care. So she'll give you a block number and then you sew it, And if I think too, if you post it with the book when you have your black done, they do a drawing every week. It's kind of fun. And the other one is, Linda, are you doing this one? The festival and fireworks one? The Fat Quarter Shop is doing it, but I'm doing it with Pat Sloan because she's doing it a little slower. And I'm still behind. But I'm on there every morning, right? I drink my coffee and talk to them and watch her and, that's how I start my day. Well, my day started way before that, but that's my coffee break. Gives you a 404. Dang it. It's on Primitive Gatherings. It's a quilt shop. That's where I got the triangle paper. And the name of this is Twilight Stars. And it's on Lisa Bojane. I think it's Bojane. Gosh, I hope so. It's on her blog. Not sure which link you're talking about. I tried. Oh, well. So this is the center of the fireworks one for me. I haven't got as far. Did you see it all? Yeah. I haven't got as far as everybody else is, but I'm always behind. What can I say? And what I did for this one, because it's totally scraps, is I had this print. I believe it was from Joann's. Actually, I know it's from Joann's. This print right here. And I said, okay, I'll take that print. And you know how it has the colors on the edge? On the selvage of every color that's in it. I just looked at that and I said, okay, I have a turquoise, I have a navy, I have purples. And I'm using strips that are already cut. So they're all going to be different. It's just the way it is. But it uses up some of those strips, and the background is from Melissa. I got this from her, Miss Practically Creative. That is it Marshall's Dry Goods sells the 108 backing. It's supposed to be backing, but it's white on white. And so I ordered it, right? And I said, well, I'll use that in a quilt in the back, not just the backing, but on the front too. It's not, and I'm not picky about my fabric, right? Because I feel, it's just my opinion, that back in the 1800s, they used what they had, right? And so I just go with that philosophy. I use what I have. And so I bought this because it's more cost effective. I was going to say cheap, but more cost effective to buy 108, get a lot more that way. And then you could use it for backing too, I guess, but I've been using it on the front as background. See you later, Linda. I hope she has fun. Spend lots of money. All right, so that's what I'm doing today. And these ones, didn't really talk about them, but these are the strips from that ruler, which is over here. The Essential Triangle tool. This is the way I've usually done it because it's a no-brainer and I don't have to think much. You just put it on the strip and cut it. And whatever size strip you have is what you end up sewing your triangle, right? So, yeah, I'm going to buy a bolt of that fabric. I tried it. I just ordered a yard to see, Melissa, just to see. And I thought, okay, I don't know why. I thought maybe it was thinner. I don't know. But at the end of the day, I'm like, well, I'll use it. So I'm going to buy bolt 2 now. Then I'll always have it. I'll probably get sick of it and have to order a different kind of bolt. But, if it's a background, those are the things I mostly buy. I'm going to have to look them up. Marshall Dry Goods, you mean? Or, yeah. Look that up. I think it's much more cost effective, and I don't mind them. Unless I'm doing a special quilt like the this one I just showed you. To me, I went the extra mile for this one and got the Moda fabric for it because it's for me. The other ones, I have no idea when I make them who they're for, or I just want to make them, right? But when I know it's for me, then I'm a little more picky, I guess. Marshalls, yeah. Yeah, look them up. Look them up. Hold on to your wallet. That's what I have to do. Hold that credit card tight. So now I can sew the conventional way that I do it, right? Which takes a lot longer, but it's still, you still get what you have to get, right? You still have to square, I still have to square them up. Maybe some people don't, but I guess my scant 1/4 inch is scant because I always end up taking like a sliver off, which isn't a bad thing. I would rather have them too big than too small. But, you know, I envy those who get it like that. Don't have to touch them. But with the papers, they're perfect. They are perfect. So those papers are winning me over. It's just depends on the quilt I'm doing, I guess. If I want to invest that extra. I just ordered a jelly roll from Timo. Yep, it's worth checking out. Because I guess it's all how you think about it, right? If it's too thin. I have some fabric from my grandmother. It's in the 90s. It feels totally different than, or 80s maybe. 80s, I would say. Feels totally different than it does now, right? That stuff can stand up. You don't need to starch it. Yeah, if it's too thin, use it for applique. That's a good idea. Or string piecing, or foundation string piecing, where you're sewing it to something. I'm not opposed to that. Yep. It is what it is, I guess, and find a use for it. Have you ordered from Temu before as far as their clothing and stuff? Crumb blocks, yeah, that would be good too. I see some really cute stuff. And I'm like, oh, that's a cute shirt, or a lot of stuff they have. I wonder the quality. And is it China? I just ordered because I'm doing back to school shopping. I start early because I can't. I like to be early and done, right? Or almost done. So I ordered Miss Sophia leggings, and they on Amazon, 5 pairs. It's like $30. I'm like, So I was a little hesitant, but I'm like, it's $30. She can wear them for bed in the winter, So I ordered them, and they're really good quality, and they were on Amazon, but they came from China. So I ordered them according to the size chart, which she's a little thing. There's nothing to that girl. And I had to order a large though for her, and they fit her perfect. A brief thunderstorm is moving, and it's getting light outside. The forecast is 100 today. Ugh, with a heat index of 110. Yeah, I'd stay inside too. Kim, see how that sun. Yeah, Amazon does have a money back guarantee, but you know what? They were great. The thing that made me alarmed was China, right? And I'm like, okay, will I ever get these? It was about probably 9 or 10 days, you know. And for Amazon, that's a while, but it came from across the ocean, you know. So I was happy with it. She tried them on. She says, "Oh, I have so many pairs because they're leggings with a pocket, for her cell phone. Very important. Um, how teenagers are. So she said, "Yeah, I like these, Nana. Oh, look at the colors. She's got like 5 different colors. All right." So I was pretty happy. $6 a piece. Yay. Roughly. Okay, so I just did 2 of these. And these are the conventional ones, but I'm loving that paper. And I'm sure triangles on a roll are the same as the paper. Be sure you wash everything before you. Yeah, that's good advice, Kim. That's good advice. Wash it before you wear it. So I was talking about the backgrounds, and how I'm using them for squares. Well, I ran out of this. Go figure. And for this block, I need a bigger piece for the center. And I don't have a big enough piece, so I ordered more this morning. Should have ordered a whole bolt, but then I was trying to decide what design I could live with for a while. Not that it matters, it's white on white, but So I ordered, I don't know, 3 or 4 yards. That'll do me for a bit. Yeah, that's true too, Melissa. I wash everything too. Just because of that. I used to work in a store. People are something. And I should work on that after I get these done. I'm trying to do these so-longs, like, because I'm always behind. So I'm trying to do what's due this week and then a couple from prior weeks, and thinking to myself in my head that I will catch up eventually. Am I going to be finished with everybody else? Probably not. I'm okay with that, but I should finish that hanging over there. Because all I got to do is sew the rows together, do the borders. I think there's 2 borders on it, quilt it up, and it'll be done. I need a quilting day. I need a day where I just do free motion. That's it. No piecing, no nothing. Free motion. Probably could use a week like that, but I don't think I could handle it a whole week. I could do a day, 3 or 4 hours, but you order some t-shirts and the water smelled horrible, like chemicals. I ran them through again and got rid of this. Yeah. One shrunk 3 sizes. Oh my. Oh boy. I'm looking for a dress with a shawl collar without a wrap. So I've been odd sites looking. Why don't you make it, Melissa? I know. I don't have time for that. I know. Have you tried Blair? Feeling like they might have something like that. I'll type a pattern if I can find one. Yeah, that's a good point. I haven't thought of Blair. Maybe. I don't know. I'm trying to think of sites that are, like mail order. Maybe I'll find what you're looking for. If not, you're going to have to just make it. Although I do want to make a quilted coat. That's on my list. but it can't be this hot. I gotta wait until September. I want a nice long one, like really long. Not to the floor, but you know. I'm loving. Did you see last year they did they had the quilted jackets? Who was doing it? I think Free Spirit was doing it. Some beautiful ones. I really want to do one. You probably wouldn't. Well, you might wear it in the winter, right? I don't know. Up here, I get a lot of use out of it. Yeah, I love a quilted coat. I'd rock that. I think like all maybe like Tula or something that like pops, like uh, Tula or Robert Kaufman, or those kind of fabrics that are like, woo, that would be awesome. So that's going to be a fall project for me. I can't imagine sewing on that right now. My machine's getting loud. I think I need to oil it along with a new blade. So if you haven't done that, you might want to do that. I'm going to do that today. It's on my list. She is not purring. She's kind of screeching a little. You're freezing. What's the temperature there? Or is it just because you're sick? Just because you don't feel good? Have you been sewing at all, Melissa? Or just you can't even? Because I don't know. A lot of times when I don't feel good, I can't. It doesn't turn out right. My mind's not right, Or you just feel so awful you can't even think about it. Yep, so this is a lot slower doing these, but they'll get done. Could do them as a leader ender for something else, but that takes preparation, right? I should do a leader ender for that. Get that done, and my half square triangles. I didn't think of that. A couple days here, I found something else I want to do, which I will do this time of year. I want to do. I found a free pattern. I was super excited because at Christmas time, well, between now and Christmas, like once a week, I work on something to put in the donation bin. I don't know. It's all different things, but I love doing doll clothes, right? Because when I first learned to sew, I did my Barbie. She was the best dressed ever, right? So I love doing Barbie clothes. I love doing the 18-inch. The 18-inch is a lot easier now for me. Of course, my hands were a little smaller when I was doing Barbie clothes because I think it was like, I don't know, 7, 8. Hi, Patty. Welcome, welcome. You're listening while you're sewing. Great. Yeah, that's what it is. Cafe has the contest. His would be great too because they're bright. That's what I want. I want something. Mm. So when I walk into Wegmans, everybody's like, "Whoa, look at that coat!" But I like color anyway, so that's why I'm a scrap quilter. Um, yeah, that's what I want. He would be great too. I should mix them all up. Who did I see doing one right now? What's her name? Sherry. Sherry. What's the name of her YouTube channel? Sherry. I'm searching. She's cutting, she's kind of, piecing it together and she's kind of cutting hers out. And I'm like, yeah, I want to do that. But I don't want to do it right now. It's too hot. Prizes and online stuff. And the prizes are fantastic. Fantastic. Yep, that's what I want. I want to do one September. That'll be fun. Yeah, it is. I agree. Good stuff. Okay, so this is my last one. See, a lot easier doing the paper piece. The paper ones for sure. That's for sure. Sherry. Yes, that's her. Thank you. What's the name of her YouTube? It's a great name. I can't remember. Do you remember the name of it, Patty? We'll give her a shout out in case no one knows what we're talking about. Lessons learned. Thank you. Thank you very much. She's the one that got me thinking about it after I saw that whole contest, I'm like, oh, she's doing a coat. I want to do a coat, but it's too hot here yet. And New York, you get the warmth, but you get the humidity too. You know, um, just July and August are, whew. And we've had a lot of rain lately. Like come out of nowhere, all of a sudden the sky gets black and opens up and pours, which I really don't care for that kind of rain. I like a slow and steady rain. I don't like the sudden. The ground can't soak it up, but that's what we've been dealing with lately. You have fat quarters. I have some fat quarters of his too, Kim. I do really like him too. And then there's another one that does. Who's the one that does? It's a man. Does like subtle prints, black and white. A lot of. Um, I like him too. And what is wrong with me today? Thank you for sharing that. There's Sherry's YouTube. She does Mondays and Fridays, I think. Mondays and Fridays she does YouTube. And I watch her too. So thanks for grabbing that, Melissa. But yeah, she's doing a Tula coat. And I think it's pretty fabulous. So what's everybody else working on? Anything? You've seen everything I'm doing. right at the moment. At the moment. This is today's to-do list, right? What else have I been doing? Oh, I'm doing the Christmas swap through Crafting with Lisa Marie. I pulled that one out. So I'm working on things for my partner too. And she's quick. She's already got mine sent. And I was hoping to have hers done by Friday. We'll see. But she knows I have a YouTube, so I'm not showing anything. Don't want to ruin the surprise. Yeah, so I was talking about these doll clothes, and I was super excited because I wanted to do one like start to finish on here. But I wanted to find a free one because, yeah, I could do a McCall's or a butterwork pattern, but then, then you have to go buy it and whatever. But I found one that I'm going to do next week for an 18-inch doll. And it's so pretty. It's a gown and it has pickups and bows and But I'll get that together and post that. So if anybody wants to do one with me, you have access, and it's a free pattern. And I didn't know there was this site. I kind of ran across it. I think I searched it on Google, right? 18-inch dolls is what I searched because I wanted to buy an 18-inch doll. Walmart has them. But I was just kind of searching around and do an 18-inch doll and then do like a couple of different dresses, put it all in one box for a little girl for Christmas, right? So it goes in my donation box. So I was searching that, and then all of a sudden, you know how you search stuff on Google and something comes up on your Facebook? Well, it had this site that popped up, and I'm like, huh. So I clicked on it. It looked rougher. It looked like it was a real site because I checked that too. And so I went there, and their patterns are like $5.95 or something like that. But they have free patterns. I said, oh. So they had 2 different free patterns, and I thought, oh, this will be perfect. I can link everybody to it. And if you want to print out the pattern and do it with me, that would be cool. Or just sit and talk and cheer me on or something. I don't know. But anyway, that was my thought with the 18-inch doll. I didn't sign up for the next time, maybe. You didn't sign up for the Christmas one? I couldn't help it. Could not help it. I'm waiting for a quilt to arrive. I hate that heart. Why did they put that heart there? A friend quilted it, and it's in the mail now. Oh, that is exciting. Did she bind it too, or do you get to do that? That is exciting. That is something to look. Well, anything in the mail to me that's not a bill is exciting, but a quilt coming back just to see what it looks like, see what she did with it. It's exciting. All right. So what time is it? Just gonna finish ironing these because it's not 11:40 here. My computer is 12:40. 12:40 on the East Coast. I can tell because my stomach's grumbling. So I'll finish up pressing these and then get off here. So that's what I want to do next week is I want to do that. It'd be fun to do it on here. So I don't think I see many people sewing garments for dolls anyway. Plus it'll put me back in touch with my seamstress days. I love quilting more, but I miss the different fabrics, right? I miss the satin and the tulle, and I don't miss sewing for people, but I do miss touching that fabric, I guess. So that'll get me at least be able to do that and have a little fun with it. Okay, one more. One more. There we go. That's enough for one of those blocks. Because we're on this one right here. I already did one. We're doing two this week. So, but I'm just waiting for that fabric to come so I can do the center. So I don't have much of it left. So I think that's about all I have right now that I can share. Everything else is like top secret. Can't share it. And that's about 3 or 4 things that I'm working on too. I can't wait to show you. I just can't until she gets it. Which I better get going on because she already sent mine. Oh, wow. So there's my thoughts on half square triangles. I do like these. And probably triangles on a roll are very similar, I would think. They are quicker, and you don't have to trim, square them up. These I have to square up for sure. So that's about all I have today. Anything else? Yes, Norton, thank you. You're waiting for the COVID stuff to be gone. Then I can wash the quilt and bib and make for the... Oh, yeah, the baby. Babies are so fun, aren't they, to sew for? Yeah. Don't want to pass that on at all. At all. All right, everybody. I'm gonna get off here. Thank you all for popping in and listening to me blah 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 about all my going-ons. I'll probably come back Monday, if not before that. Probably maybe Friday I'll pop in for a bit. I don't know. We'll see. And do something. But next week, definitely the Dell close. Yep. Everybody have a great day. And Kim, nice seeing you. I miss you on the Facebook. I really do. All right, friends. Thanks for popping in and keeping me company. I appreciate it. Have a great day. I'm going to go get some lunch and something cold to drink. And I'll see you around. Okay? Take care.